Hey, welcome to the very first episode of Ducks Quacks at SPC 11. And I'm very thrilled to have Matt Bird with us today. So, Matt, tell everybody who you are, why you're here, and why you're excited about SPC 11.
Hey, Doug, it's good to be on the show. Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Bird. I'm a senior product manager in the SharePoint product group here at Microsoft. And this year, I'm the manager of the SharePoint conference that will be in Anaheim, California.
Wow, so you're kind of like J-Lo of the wedding planner, right? You're playing this whole thing out.
Pretty much everything from the cake to making sure the groom is up in the right place. No, end-to-end conference. That's, I don't know why they're putting in charge of it, but it's what I get to do, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Man, this must be thrilling and fun. So tell us about what's different with this year. Some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on, and what people can expect in pretty much the next few days when the conference starts.
Sure. I mean, really kind of my 5 reasons why you probably shouldn't miss the conference. One is there are going to be more SharePoint experts in one place than anywhere else in the world. We're going to have over 175 people just from Microsoft there,
wow,
including product managers, engineers, consultants from all over the world flying in. So if there's one spot where you're going to meet and interact and ask questions with someone from Microsoft, it's at the Microsoft SharePoint conference. Industry speakers, we're going to have tons of those, but specifically, we're going to have over 240 breakout sessions over 4 days. Plus, I just found out we have now 70 hands-on labs ready to go. So you will get the exposure to SharePoint that you want and need. As far as what's new, Ducks, we've been doing this will be our 5th year doing a SharePoint conference, and it's grown year after year after year. What we really haven't had before were business sessions. So This year, coming to the conference, they're going to have at least 16 business-oriented sessions to choose from. Everything from, adoption best practices to 100-level introductions to content in SharePoint. So if you're not technical, you don't want to see admin consoles, you don't want to see lines of code in Visual Studio, we're going to have sessions for you. So that's one big one. Another one I'm really excited about is what's called the SharePoint Express. So on the expo hall floor, you have your Microsoft booth all the way in the back, and you're going to have 20 of our product areas and our product managers and engineers there.
Right.
In the middle is something we're calling SharePoint Express. So during lunch and breaks, we're going to have these short 15-minute tips and tricks sessions. So these aren't very technical. They're sessions like building a My Site in 5 minutes or using search more effectively. So they're designed for business users to get those quick ramp-up tips on SharePoint, or for someone in an IT department or for administration who wants to figure out how to train their people better. But when we're not doing those sessions, we're actually going to have our experts just hanging out. So almost the entire time the conference is open, if you don't have a session you'd like to do, you can come mix and mingle with our experts.
Sounds like free consulting right there, huh?
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it, Doug. Right. And maybe you can set up some of those hours. 2 other things I'm thrilled about. One is we want to make this more social, more community-driven. In 2009, when we had the last conference, for infancy, that's a really important part of our conference and how we communicate. But getting people to interact in person is really important to me. And we have 240 sessions led by Microsoft people and experts. But we're not where the community and talking and share real-world practices with, someone from Microsoft giving the marketing speak, right? So each day at lunch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to be having birds of a feather sessions designed to, again, let the community interact with each other without, Microsoft marketing speak inside. So it looks like right now we'll have a Monday session on what is the role of social in enterprise. So that'll be a great session I hope people go to. Tuesday, we're going to be doing Going Green with SharePoint. And Wednesday, we're going to have SharePoint in educational institutions. Now, because these could be very big, we're limiting each room to 50 people total. So what will happen is once we hit 50, we'll roll to a second room. So I don't want more than 50 people in one room. Unfortunately, once we hit 3 rooms, they will be full.
Well, question about that. Do people have to sign up, or do they just show up? How does that work?
Nope, show up. First come, first serve.
Okay.
It'll be on the second floor in the convention center, and we're starting them 30 minutes after lunch starts. They will be in your conference guide that you'll be carrying around your neck, so you'll remember how to find them, or even on MySPC.
And they can bring food in, right?
Yes, so they can either have their lunch, they have a full 30 minutes
Right.
to grab that, or they can bring their own food. Yeah.
So talking about, you talked about a lot of sessions, a lot of experts, a lot of activities. I'm thinking there must be a lot of people coming to this. Any ballpark idea?
Yeah, I'll just put it all out there. We're about to call the conference sold out. We have 7,000 people that are going to be at that conference right now.
Wow. Because
So
it's insane. A lot of people are asking, so how many business cards should I bring, right?
yeah, well, bring business cards. But what we're going to have, let's see if I have an example around here. I don't, but on your badge, you're going to be able to pick up a tag and add a tag with your Twitter
Nice.
account. So everyone should be, you'll have your Twitter name right there, Meet Ducks, on your chest. So I think that'll be the best way. And you can just kind of use your phone to snag a picture. As a matter of fact, hang on. I'm going to show you what I did. On my business cards, I actually put a tag on the back.
Nice.
So if I run out of cards, I hold on to one, people can tag me, and then get my business card information.
Well, talking about phones, I got to give props to you guys. The Windows Phone application for my SPC so far is one of the, if not the best, the top 2 or 3 conference apps I've seen. So kudos. Now, what about other phones? I've seen it on the Twitter stream now. I've got a non-Microsoft phone. What about me? What's the answer to that?
They're not Microsoft phones? No. No, absolutely. So we did prioritize getting the Windows Phone 7 SharePoint Conference app out the door.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you don't have it yet, you go to Marketplace, you search for My SPC, you'll find it. If you do have an iPhone, an Android, a BlackBerry, a Symbian,
iPad,
anything. Well, iPad can do full pages, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but we will have there will be a redirect. So mssharepointconference.com, we will have a mobile page with my SPC.
Very good, very good. At least that clears something up.
Again, but we did have to prioritize our people first.
Of course, I get it, right? So
the app is fantastic. We're getting great feedback. I don't know if you can hold this up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's going great.
So a couple other things before we wrap this up. What's the one thing you're looking forward to? I mean, it's a big event, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But if there's one thing you're really looking forward to, or from what you've seen so far, what would that be?
I think any activity that we have where people are hanging out, talking, exchanging ideas is my favorite. So I would have to say the Wednesday night Ask the Experts session would be number 1. I'd say number 2 would probably be SharePoint. I mean, this is something that we don't even do. It's a community-driven thing.
Absolutely.
ESPN's on a Wednesday night, and they just hang out and talk, and they don't feel awkward. And then number 3, which I'm very excited about, is the attendee Disneyland party. I mean, just to clarify, we bought out Disneyland.
So nobody else but SharePoint conference attendees will be there. Yeah,
well, we've had between 6,000 and 7,000 people in Disneyland. We did have to close some rides, so I'm sorry, Ducks. It's a small world. But I heard Indiana Jones, the Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, the Rockets, and Buzz Lightyear ride. We're going to have a great time. And
wow.
Free unlimited food and drinks inside Disneyland, which is something you don't normally get. And I did, just to confirm, if you have a guest with you,
right,
you can buy a guest pass, I think, for about $150 on the conference site.
Wow.
So you can bring people.
Man, I was originally strategizing, okay, how can I get the fast pass and all that? None of that anymore, right? Because it's all
you can walk on to every ride, except I will tell you, the first ride you're going to have to hit when that part of the park opens is the new Star Tours 3D.
Wow. Okay.
I know the audience, we're all going to be geeking out the Star Tours ride, so
definitely. Definitely. Well, one last question: Will we get to see the new SharePoint?
I'm glad you asked that, Dex. I've got that question a lot. This is exclusively a SharePoint 2010 conference. We don't have future versions to talk about, at this time. And we were doing everything possible. As a matter of fact, if you go read through every session title, 2010 is called out explicitly.
So,
yeah.
So we won't see the next version of SharePoint sitting around ESPN Zone Bar where somebody can get, right?
Hey, is that the new SharePoint?
Well, all right.
We're not just accidentally, no.
That's right.
So that was something we knew going into this. We wanted to make sure all of our attendees had expectations set. And every session is designed around SharePoint 2010, which really has only been in market for a little over a year.
That's right. That's right. It's so growing. It's amazing to see the growth, and more importantly, like you said, the whole communities. I mean, you go to the Twitterverse, the blogs. People have tips on how to survive all the parties, even. So, but it's going to be good.
I did see that. So there apparently is a strategy. You know, I do expect to see you at every 8 a.m. session, Dax.
Oh, I will be there, right? And you talk about SharePoint Express. I heard that Wednesday night there's a SharePoint Express session on project collaboration. I think that's a good one.
I absolutely do, given that you're speaking about it. Now, those rooms can only hold around 30 people. But one of the things, the reason we'll know you came is if you come to those sessions, you will be getting a very own SharePoint Flying Monkey.
Wow.
Now also, if you have one already, please pack it and bring it to Anaheim. It's very important you bring the monkey.
You bring your monkeys. What about, I've been to, this is my 3rd or 4th SharePoint conference. I got a SharePoint pig. Can I bring him? No?
You know, we're trying to...
He's retired, right?
SharePoint pig. That was a bit of an experiment that we did, and that, I got to tell you, that failed.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, you can bring it. It's cool.
Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you for your time. Excited. Looking forward to the event in the next few days, and I'll see you in Anaheim.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right. Take care. See you guys. Bye.